Hey, what is going on, y'all? As I continue my journey of getting into the detailing game, like I said, I'm just a beginner, but I really want to step up my game in terms of how I clean my vehicles and the products that I use. So today I'm going to be washing the motorcycle with the pressure washer for the first time, using this mini gun to rinse off all the dirt to begin with, and then following it with the foam cannon. So come on with me and let's see how this goes. So a few things that I have to do is I have to cover my air cleaner. So I've got this aftermarket Screaming Eagle K&N air filter air cleaner that if I don't cover it with a bag, which I have right here, if I don't cover it with a bag, it's gonna get all in that. And even the stock one too, the stock filter, if you don't cover it with a bag, the water will get in there and you don't want water getting into your engine. So I'm gonna cover that up here in a little bit. I'm also gonna close up my cubby right here. My phone doesn't fit in it, so I just leave my USB cable right here, and I will link to this cable on Amazon as well. It is a lightning cable for an iPhone, but I just leave it hanging right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this cubby. And then other than that, I just look it over real good, make sure I don't have any open orifices. I got my speakers here. These are my Hertz 6x9 SBL shows, and unfortunately they leak like a champ when it's raining or even when I wash the bike or anything like that. As you can see, it's an aftermarket install. I had to cut out done by a stereo shop. And I think they did the best they could, but unfortunately they leak. So I just make sure I avoid these areas right here, spraying directly with water. But you know, obviously they get in there and I have to change it a little bit. But other than that, there isn't a whole lot of prep that I need to do in order to get ready to wash my bike. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it with the pressure washer. As you can see, I'm using the concentrated stream from the pressure washer to target the dirt and everything, but I'm also not getting close enough to where it causes any damage. And like I said, I'm carefully guarding my speakers because I don't want a bunch of water getting into the saddlebags. Not that it's the end of the world, but I just don't want the water in there. And I should have started from top down and I didn't do that. If I'm being honest with myself, I feel like the pressure washer is maybe a little bit of overkill, but with me using the foam cannon as a part of that process, I might as well just go ahead and leave it out and use it. It's not a big deal, but it just seems like a little bit of overkill. But it's probably nice to have, if I'm being honest. Today I'm using my Tool Daily foam cannon that I did a review on, and you can check out that view right here. But I'm gonna use it to go ahead and put soap all over the motorcycle, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna work from top to bottom to make sure I get all of the muck and dirt down from the top to the bottom. I had over-serviced my K&N air filter, so the oil got all over the place, and I didn't necessarily realize it until it was too late. So I really need to make sure I do a good thorough scrub and spray down of all that extra oil that came off the filter as I was riding along. Shouldn't really be a big deal. I don't think it'll affect the paint at all. But later on, when I go to polish and ceramic coat the bike, I really need to pay attention to that to make sure I get all of that residue off. But I've got some products that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys that'll help take care of that. Help clean out that residue and everything, if there is any. So stay tuned. More to come on this detailing adventure that I'm going on. Using a 2 bucket method here. Technically 1, but this is my rinse bucket. because right now I'm just spraying and washing off. I always get a lot of soap trapped in here, so I need to make sure I rinse that out real good. And then also when I use my leaf blower, I'll rinse that off good too. And so with the foam cannon, as you can probably see right here, there's a lot of soap all over the place. So you really have to make sure that you rinse really well. The reason why I step back like that and hit that long distance spray is because that's really no different than when it rains outside. And obviously these motorcycles are set up for you to be able to ride them in the rain with no particular issues. But I don't want to get high pressure on the dash and all that other kind of stuff. Just step back, get a nice even spray, and it's good to go. I wash my bike from left to right. Try to keep nice straight lines instead of swirls. Obviously in some spots you can't avoid that. But when it comes to the fairing and things where you're gonna be seeing potentially scratches, small scratches, and try to keep nice straight lines. A lot of bugs on the bike. You know, like I said, I ride pretty much all year long. This year I've taken a little bit of time off because of the truck that I bought. Because I want to get miles on it before we take a trip. But for the most part, I ride all year long. So a lot of bugs, and you don't want those setting up on your paint. They'll eat away at the etching of your paint and all that other kind of stuff. So just things to keep in mind. And again, I'm using the Mr. Pink soap to do this wash. I like it so far. No, you know, real problems. So going into the warmer weather, I'm gonna wash the bike several times before I even get to the ceramic coating stage. Reason being, I haven't neglected the bike per se, but there's certain areas where, for example, I don't take the bags off when I wash my bike. The only time I've washed the bags has been when I put these Custom Dynamics lights on, and I washed it and then I threw them back on. So I'm gonna really need to detail that before I ceramic coat it. I'm also going to need to detail my rear tire because I'll be ceramic coating that as well, and then my front tire. So I've got a number of products that I'm going to use. Again, I'm just a beginner, not an expert by any means, but I think it's good to share what I'm learning and what I'm seeing with somebody who's going to be doing this as well. But anyway, I have quite a few products that I'm going to be trying out. Most of them are Geon and Chemical Guys. Just because Chemical Guys kind of got me with their advertising, which isn't bad, you know, that's what they're supposed to do. But then I started doing a little bit more studying, watching guys like Pan the Organizer. That's P-A-N, the Organizer. He's out of Canada. He does a lot of videos. I think he's got over 200 videos talking about detailing. So I got a lot of my information off of him. But basically, I'm gonna be doing quite a few videos leading up to me ceramic coating the bike because I really want to share that information. But then also I want to learn from you guys as well. So please hit me up in the comments and talk to me about what you're seeing, what I might be doing wrong, what I might need to be doing better, or any products that you recommend. And as you can see, I don't know if you could tell or not, but the water is not beating in any way. It is just sitting on the paint. I haven't waxed this in about 6 months. It's probably been longer than that. I probably haven't waxed this in like a year and a half, but right now you can just see that the water is just sitting on the paint. I'm gonna take you a little bit closer to see that. See how that's just sitting there? It's not beating at all. And we're gonna fix that when I ceramic coat it. Gonna give it this one last rinse and then blow it off, and then we're gonna dry it. Really want to make sure I hit all the cracks and crevices where the water tends to drain from. I don't want it to be, for me, I don't want it to be straight dry because there's still going to be some wiping that has to be done, and I want the microfiber cloths to kind of glide a little bit not on a dry surface. So even though the surface is clean, I still want that lubrication between the water and the paint surface. So I'm gonna dry it with my Ryobi right here that I just bought. I really love this thing. I can make a video about it if you want. Drop it in the comments and I'll make a video. But anyway, I really love this Ryobi. It gets the job done in my yard, for my vehicles, all that other kind of stuff. So it was a good buy. Definitely want to make sure that all the surfaces that you are wiping down do not have dirt on them, because you don't want this microfiber dragging that dirt across your paint. So if you miss the spot, I would say skip it. I'm pretty sure other professionals and people who are deeper in the detailing game will tell you the same thing. But if you miss a spot, absolutely skip over it. You recognize there's dirt still there, you know, because obviously we're human. You recognize that there's dirt still there, just skip over it and either re-wash it or, you know, just leave it till next time. But, you know, who wants to have that streak of dirt on what they just cleaned? It's time to clean, so. But again, just cautionary tale so you don't dig dirt into your paint surface when you don't have to. And this is where I was talking about the oil from the can air filter was. It was right there, so I got all of that off. No problems. So this is my run through of my real quick wash of my 2021 Street Glide Special. I did it quickly because I know I'm going to be washing this 2 or 3 more times to get it as perfect as it can be before I go through the ceramic coating process. But I just wanted to share this as a beginner and as maybe someone who is new to motorcycles, what my wash process is, and then maybe you could take and learn something from that. Or like I said, for those that are experienced or even a beginner, maybe I missed something, maybe I didn't do something. Hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also to remember, always ride as if your life depends on it. Peace. I forgot the most important thing, the drying ride. I always take my bike for a ride to dry it off and then to check any other spots where water might be hanging out. And then I'll pull it in the garage and give it one last wipe down. So always take time and enjoy the ride.